going on, people? I know a lot of people have already touched on this topic matter. I know a lot of you guys are probably, tired of seeing vids on this, but the reason why I'm deciding to go ahead and do a video on this is because pretty sure that my opinion, my view on this is pretty much going to be, the unpopular opinion, the unpopular view. And I know to a lot of you guys, it might sound crazy, but hear me out. Hear me out. In Defense of Sony, and basically, for those of you who may have been living under a rock or whatever, basically they patented this new patent that blocks the PS4 or whatever system. Well, of course, we could go ahead and assume it's the PS4 from being able to play used games. So basically, that's going to kill off the used game market. Basically, that means that if you have a PS4, every game you buy will have to be brand new, $60, $70, however much the PS4 games are going to cost. And of course, people are going in a frenzy about this. Everybody's upset. Everybody's mad. Like I said, guys, I know it might seem crazy that I'm defending Sony for even patent, because a company patents something doesn't mean they're doing it. But I'm saying, like, if they are, I'm going to come out and I'm going to explain to you guys why you really, how can I put this? Simply put, you really can't blame them. You see what I'm saying? So we all know that Sony has just bled out money this gen. Sony has lost 2/3 of their worth, people. Investors have had some pretty depressing things to say about Sony. Many investors are leaving them. They're jumping ship. They're like, we're out of here. This ship is sinking. Nobody has faith in them anymore. They're rearranging their management. They're cutting losses, closing gaming studio after gaming studio after gaming studio, pulling out of different, markets and things of that nature. Sony has really been bleeding out money. And while the PS3 is profitable now, correct me if I'm wrong, but last time I checked, they're still not even out of the red zone, that they put themselves in while they were selling the PS3 at a loss. You see what I'm saying? So I still don't think they've made that money back yet. So I think they're still even in the red zone from the PS3 being sold at a major loss. You see what I'm saying? So they have no money, right? So what would make them gain money? What would keep them afloat? Being able to, basically, get as much cash out of their games as possible. You see what I'm saying? And one of the main reasons why they closed down, Zipper Studios and, the Starhawks, devs left them, things of that nature, is because those games didn't sell well. And that's another fear that Sony has next gen. Now, of course, their big things sold well, such as, Uncharted, Killzone, God of War, Little Big Planet. Infamous sold decently, but all the other stuff, such as, Twisted Metal, all those kind of, well-known but still, smaller games, didn't really sell too hot. So Sony is, of course, aware of this, and of course, they're bleeding out. So what they're going to do is, let's say, a game doesn't sell that well with the PS4 or whatever, it's going to be a matter of, oh, well, at least we got every penny we could off of it. You see what I'm saying? We don't have to worry about used copies being, thrown, transferred around, things of that nature. Everybody who bought this game paid a full $60, $70, whatever. So they made, the most amount of cash they could possibly make off of that game. You see what I'm saying? You guys got to realize that Sony has to basically, had a hair in my mouth. Sony has to basically, scrimp basically for all the cash they can get. They need the money. They need the money. And I know a lot of Sony fans out there might be like, no, it's really not that bad. No, I don't think you guys really understand how bad the situation is. I mean, you guys think, oh, they just lost money, but they're fine. No, like, they've lost a lot of money. They've lost a lot of blood. They have been bleeding out for years now. Like I reported a long time ago in a video, I forget which one it was, haven't made a profit in 4 years. That is terrible. Their TV division absolutely dying, in shambles. Vizio, Samsung, LG, putting them down in that market. See what I'm saying? Sony is really hurting right now. I don't think you guys really understand the gravity of the situation. Now, of course, it's not so bad as to the point where they can't make a new console, because of course we all know they're making a PS4. But like I've said plenty of times before, if you're really expecting this PS4 to come out with dual 8000 series GPUs, like some of you are expecting, with 16 gigs of RAM, all that stuff, like, no, that is not gonna happen. But yeah, basically, and then the Vita. We all know the Vita's really not making them that much money. The Vita's really not selling. So basically, they're putting everything they got into this PS4. I'm not saying all the money, but basically, the PS4 is really going to determine the future of Sony. Its success it's vital. It is very, very vital. But as a gamer, and especially as a Sony fan, like I said, you really can't get too mad at them for doing this move, because you should want Sony to have as much money as possible. You see what I'm saying? You should want them to stay in the gaming industry. I know a lot of you Nintendo guys, you just absolutely hate Sony. You're like, no, I want them gone. Keep in mind, guys, competition is healthy. It's healthy. Sony being there is a good thing for Nintendo, because it'll push them. That's a good thing for Microsoft, because it'll push them to be better. See what I'm saying? Competition pushes each other. See what I'm saying? So whether you want to face it, realize it, believe it or not, competition is a good thing. It'll be a bad thing if Sony left. If anybody left, the Microsoft, Sony, Nintendo, if anybody left the gaming, the console race, then that's when the other companies start slacking off. You see what I'm saying? Because that's one less opponent they have to deal with, so they can ease back a little bit, just chill back, Don't want that to happen. So that's my take on the matter. I'm not saying that blocking used games is okay. I'm saying that, in Sony's case, it's somewhat justified, and that's pretty much, and I just explained to you, the reasons why, so it's pretty much what it comes down to. But yeah, that's my video. Let me know what you guys think down below, although I know a lot of you guys are gonna call me crazy, insane for this. That's just the way I see it. I'm looking at it from a different angle. Basically, I'm looking at it from a different point of view. So let me know what you guys think down below. Thanks for watching, y'all, and I'll see you fools later.